A lull. Quiet enough that I could hear my own breath. That's when Glyph's voice came through, sharp with disbelief. Wait, hold on. I slowed, scanning the path ahead. What? Your stats, he said. You're still running at level 1. Weapon level 1. Avatar level 1. His voice rose an octave. Are you out of your mind? You've got, he paused, checking the dev side interface. 283 unspent stat points. 283. Why are you still fighting like a bare bones default? I smirked under the helm, never slowing my pace. Because if I can win like this, I'll know the system is solid. If I need stats to survive, it means the balance is broken. You're insane, Glyph muttered. No, correction, you're a sadist. You're testing the game and the devs by playing wrong on purpose. Not wrong, I corrected. Pure. If the game can't handle a level 1 run, then it isn't a game worth playing. Before Glyph could retort, the shadows ahead stirred. For Yari, users blocked the path, taller than before, helms gleaming silver under the torchlight. Their movements were tighter, faster than the first spear wielders I'd cut down. They didn't rush me. They formed a diamond formation, points aimed inward, closing the space around me one step at a time. Tactics, Glyph whispered. They're corralling you. I exhaled. Then I'll break the diamond. The first thrust came low. I sidestepped, slashing the shaft in two. But the others pressed instantly, perfectly timed, thrusts crossing from left and right. I ducked, twisted, blades sweeping in arcs that deflected without opening my guard. Their coordination was good. Too good. One spear clipped my shoulder, jarring me sideways. My HUD flashed. Damage taken, -6%. Armor integrity, 70%. Careful, Glyph warned. You're running low. I gritted my teeth. No, not low. Focused. When the next thrust came, I stepped into it, parrying hard, using the momentum to pivot inside their formation. For an instant, I was in the center of the diamond, for spears poised at my chest. Then I exploded outward. A sweep took the legs out from one. A gauntlet burst shredded another's chest plate. I spun, my blade flashing up through the third's helm. The last thrust desperately, too slow. My knee smashed into his jaw, my blade silencing him a breath later. I stood alone in the diamond. 4 bodies crumpled. Engagement time, 4 minutes and 29 seconds. Damage taken, -6%. Armor integrity, 70%. Chapter 2 progress, 49%. Still level 1, Glyph muttered, half in awe. Unbelievable. I barely had time to breathe before the chains came. 6 of them this time. Kuzarigama whirring like buzzsaws, chains snaking across the ground, rattling overhead, snapping at my legs. They didn't rush. They circled. Predators. One chain caught my ankle. Another lashed from my arm. My HUD screamed. Warning. Double grapple detected. I twisted hard, rolling forward, slicing both chains in the same motion. Sparks lit the gorge as steel links scattered. But the others pressed. Sickles swiped low. Chains darted high. They were trying to strangle me in steel. Tester, Glyph said. Don't play with them. Finish this. One mistake, you're tangled. I dropped low, spinning, katana carving a circle of sparks around me. The first fell, legs severed. I surged upward, gauntlet flashing bursts that tore through another's helm. Chains wrapped my arm, yanked tight. My HUD blinked red. Damage sustained, -5%. Armor integrity, 65%. I snarled, ripping my arm free with brute force. My blade flashed. The wielder lost his head. 3 left. They pressed from all sides, sickles converging. I leapt, twisting midair, my blade carving in an elegant, ruthless arc. The 3 collapsed before they even realized I'd landed. The gorge was silent again. My HUD calmed. Engagement time, 6 minutes and 13 seconds. Damage taken, -5%. Armor integrity, 65%. Chapter 2 progress, a 61%. I sheathed the blade slowly, breathing heavy but steady. 61%, Glyph muttered. Armor at 65. Still level 1 across the board. He exhaled, a rare seriousness in his voice. You're not just stress testing the game. You're stress testing me. Watching you run this gauntlet with nearly 300 unspent points, my blood pressure is higher than the devs. I smirked under the mask, eyes scanning the path ahead. The gorge narrowed again, firelight flickering. Something heavier waited beyond the next bend. Good, I said. If the game doesn't make hearts race, then it isn't worth playing. The gorge bled into bamboo. The canyon walls thinned until green stalks swallowed the horizon, swaying and whispering in the wind. Shadows clung to every corner, perfect for vanishing into. I stopped walking, breathed in, then flicked open the pause menu. Settings HUD disabled. The numbers, percentages, and glowing alerts blink away. Silence filled the visor. Just me, the forest, and my blade. Tester, your HUD just went dark, Glyph said. What are you doing? I didn't answer. I slid into the forest, letting the bamboo swallow me whole. The first enemy emerged at the far edge of a clearing, carrying a black powder bomb, its fuse glinting faintly in the light. Instead of charging, I crept low, moving soundlessly between the stalks. When he turned his back, I struck one clean slash across the throat, catching him before he hit the ground. Silent, efficient. Another appeared, musketeer, primitive musket in hand, scanning the trees. I moved with him, matching his steps, then slipped behind him. A quick chokehold, a twist, he went limp. One by one, they fell. Bomb carriers, musketeers, all disappearing into the forest with not a sound but the hiss of bamboo in the wind. By the fifth kill, I finally tried it, picking up a musket. The weapon shimmered, then vanished from my hands in a brief flash of white light. Error, weapon level requirement not met. I frowned. What the? Tester, Glyph said, voice full of suspicion. Where are you right now? You're way off the gorge rails. Forest, I muttered, kneeling over another body. Been killing silently. Tried to grab a musket. Game denied me. Says level 2 low. There was silence on the comms. Then laughter. Loud, unrestrained laughter. You idiot, Glyph choked out. You absolute idiot. You've got 283 stat points sitting in your pocket, and you're still running level 1. You could have had everything. Muskets, bombs, even Yari spears in your inventory. But knew you're too pure for leveling up. I scowled beneath the helm. You mean all this time, every weapon I killed for could have been mine? Yes. Glyph howled. Every single one. You've basically been testing the hardest possible version of this game while leaving the actual progression system untouched. And you're still alive. I smirked faintly despite myself. Good. Means the mechanics hold up. Or Glyph said, still laughing, it means you're insane. No player is going to hoard points like this. You're breaking the game in ways the devs never even thought of. The laughter faded as I pressed deeper. Musketeers fire in the distance, loud cracks of black powder shaking the bamboo. Bomb carriers lit fuses, hissing flame cutting through the shadows. I stalked them all, blending into the forest, striking fast and silent. Each kill efficient, each denied weapon a reminder of the points burning in my pocket. By the time I cleared the grove, a small mountain of dropped gear shimmered in white error text behind me, untouchable trophies of my stubbornness. I exhaled, adjusting my grip on the katana. No inventory. No upgrades. Just me. Yeah, Glyph muttered, still amused. Just you. And about 283 bad decisions. Chapter 2 Progress, 74%. The bamboo thinned. The ground began to slope downward again, red cliffs reappearing in the distance. The boss's lair wasn't far now. But I had proven something to myself in the forest. Stealth worked. Silence was possible. And if I could kill without the HUD, without inventory, without stats, then this game had depth the devs hadn't even realized. And I wasn't done testing its limits. The bamboo broke, spilling into a stone plateau carved into the gorge wall. At its center rose an ancient shrine half buried in rock, its crimson banners whipping in the cold wind. I dragged the muskets and black powder bombs into a pile near the shrine gate, crouching low, preparing for the fight. Then I looked. My limbs froze. My HUD, still dark, couldn't warn me, but I felt the tension in the controls as the system seized me. A cinematic cut scene began. From the shrine's shadow, he emerged, an armored giant in lacquered red plate, layered with jagged crests. A samurai, towering, steps echoing against the stone. His helm bore a curved horn like a crescent moon tipped in blood. His voice was a thunderclap. Demon, you wear armor not forged by men. You wield weapons not of this age. You are not of this existence, and I will erase you. The cutscene ended. My control snapped back. The boss fight began. He moved faster than anything I'd faced. His Yari lashed forward in brutal thrusts, each one aimed to skewer, not test. I ducked, twisted, katana ringing against steel. The shock of impact rattled up my arms. I countered with a burst from my gauntlet. Sparks tore across his cuirass, barely scratching. Chip damage. I snarled. Normally my projectiles ripped through armor. Now they did nothing but sting. I emptied burst after burst, trying to drive him back. He didn't flinch. Click. Silence. Ammunition depleted. Crafting required. But guess who can't craft due to his level being too low? Laughed Glyph. My stomach sank. So that was it. Limited stock. Crafting required, a feature locked behind leveling. Tester, Glyph's voice snapped in my ear sharp. You're insane. This boss is tuned for level 10. 10. You're at 1. You're supposed to have ammo craft, durability boost, and stat multipliers by now. I didn't answer. The red samurai roared, shifting weapons. His Yari spun away. A katana flashed into his hands, crimson and merciless. I lunged for my pile, grabbed a musket, rammed the stock against my shoulder, fired. Smoke belched, the ball struck his chest. He barely slowed. Another musket. Fire. Chip damage. I tossed it aside, rolled, snatched a black powder bomb, and lit the fuse with sparks from my gauntlet. I hurled it, he slashed it midair. The explosion still lit the plateau, knocking both of us back. My armor smoked, stinging. His plate glowed with scorched black, but he kept coming. I bolted, sprinting into the shrine itself. The lair opened into a cavern littered with racks of Yari, crates of powder, and blades gleaming under torchlight. Weapons everywhere. Weapons I couldn't store. I grabbed what I could. A Tanto shimmered, rejected. An Odachi, too heavy, flickered, gone. Behind me, his voice boomed, coward. Demon, there is no escape from judgment. The ground shook with his steps. He crashed into the lair, katana carving stone as easily as flesh. The cave became a death trap. I darted between racks, desperate, hurling loose powder kegs into his path. Explosions rocked the chamber, collapsing beams, choking the air with smoke. For a heartbeat, I thought I'd pinned him. Then his Yari shot out of the haze, barely missing my throat. Warning, close grapple. I twisted free, sprinting through the collapsing chamber, the exit a sliver of light. For one heartbeat, the rocks shifted behind me, almost sealing me in with him. But I slipped through, back onto the plateau. Breathing hard, armor scorched, blade dulled. My HUD was still dark. The red samurai followed, relentless. Yari, katana, Tanto. He cycled them seamlessly, pressing faster, harder, his strikes a storm. I gave ground, circling, grabbing dropped muskets, throwing powder bombs, slashing only when he overextended. Every attack I made chipped, never cut deep. And yet, with every chip, every explosion, every musket shot, his health did drop. Slowly, painfully slow.